presents herself as a woman. Friendly? No. No, she's not. She even said that in one of her flaws is that other people don't see her as friendly. She still says she is nice, but if this is about how your outward appearance is, how the other men are going to perceive you. So, and friendly, we already said she's cooperative. Is she submissive? We don't know that. There are no questions that were really designed to get more information about that. You could say that when she talked about how conversations go with her when it's not going her way, she just shuts down. That could be considered submissive. If you're with a guy and you guys are having a disagreement, she's just going to shut down and just to end the argument. But that could go either way. So I'm going to say it's not known, and she does have a kid. But let's go ahead and hit the button and see what we got with this first young lady.
What you got going on over here? I can't hear you, love.
Hey, Kendra.
Hey, boo. What's your name, Miranda?
Miranda, yes.
Miranda, where you calling us from, love?
I'm in Bossier City, Louisiana.
Louisiana. How old are you?
33.
33. What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse. You have
Nurse.
children?
Yes, I have a 6-year-old daughter.
6-year-old, okay.
Have you ever been married?
No,
What's your zodiac sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. Miranda, Louisiana, 33, Gemini, nurse, 6-year-old daughter. What kind of man you looking for, boo?
So I am first and foremost, I'm looking for somebody who actually wants to date, looking for a relationship. Looking for somebody who is financially stable, good sense of humor, wants to travel, have fun, good communicator, good listener. Somebody who wants marriage and also wants more children because I do want more children. Um, I think that's about it. Some of the basic things, just loving, kind, patient, not about any drama. I don't want to hear about your past trauma. If you have a daddy in your life or something like that, you got to come to me healed. I'm not going to heal you from anything. Um, I think that's about it. Just like some of the basic things that every woman wants in a man.
Could he have kids already?
Yeah, he can have kids already, preferably no more than 2 kids.
Okay. And you say you do want more kids. What's your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are gonna be so of course like liars and cheaters. If you have like a narcissist personality, if you're not financially stable, or if you don't have like a plan for your life, no goals or ambitions.
This is a lot of women say this is that they're looking for a guy who can take care of themselves. Yeah, no problem, Chris. Dude, you supporting that you are, well more than you more than earned that. But anyway, the when they say that, if this is a woman who is making the average income of women in their state, I tend to believe it. When the nurse says that, though, because when nurse or any woman who is making higher income says that, you have to be careful. That's when you need that's when it becomes important for Kendra to ask, okay, does he have to make a certain amount of money? And we need a dollar amount. Because again, most women who are high income earners usually come with high debts. So that's one of the reasons why they have this misconstrued idea of the value of money, because a lot of them are living paycheck to paycheck because they got high debts from student loans and credit card debt that they've amassed throughout their time throughout their life, throughout their adult lifetime. So they're living paycheck to paycheck. Chris says nurses are very difficult to date. My friend is a traveling nurse and she makes $1,600 a day here in Southern California. And see, if she were to say that, well, as long as he can take care of herself, well, what does that mean, though? Because someone like that's not normal. So what does that mean? She's taking care of herself, but she may be living, because of the amount of debt she has, she may be living paycheck to paycheck. So she's expecting another guy to make $1,600 a day. And again, that's far from the norm. So you have to be careful about that. We've come across that enough times to where, if you've noticed with different women, I've said different things about them saying, I want a guy who can take care of himself. That's because, well, what I just said, certain type of women will give hints to as what they mean about that. But again, if you're not paying close attention, then you may see some discrepancies in there. But let's keep going.
Um, if you can't take accountability, can't date anybody else that does not want to take accountability. This relationship is two people, not just one. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I really
Okay,
nervous.
does he have to look a certain way?
No, I would prefer somebody that is like well groomed, just takes care of themselves, preferably like in shape, but doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. Okay, does he have to? Well, because you mentioned financially stable, is there a number that means that for you?
Great question.
Preferably, I'm gonna say like 65K. I prefer somebody that pretty much has their own, like
Did she say what state she's in? I might have missed that. Well, I'm not going to go back because we just don't have time. Let's go.
whether you have an apartment, your own house, you gotta have your own car, taking good care of yourself, taking care of your kids. You can't live with your mama, no roommate, nothing like that.
Okay, does he have to be in Louisiana?
He has to be in the surrounding area. So he could probably be like in Texas or like Shreveport, maybe not Shreveport, but like the surrounding area is fine.
Okay, let's do the Kendrick Cam.
Okay.
Before we get to that, I did want to pull this up because it's just Google real quick. Check this out. Average income in Louisiana for men. Now, she said the guy needs to be making 60. See, this is what I mean when I say you got to ask, women like her, you have to ask for specific numbers because an average woman is making 22. You see what I'm saying? So for her to say that, well, he has to be able to take care of himself. Well, what does that mean specifically in her perspective? Because if the average man is making, we'll call it 36, he can do all those things. But again, her specific number was 60. So you have to be a higher income earner in order for her to take you seriously. This is also why I say, it's a prime example of why, then when you go to these other channels and everybody starts talking about the average man is making 50K, and then you looking around in your state with like, well, I don't see that. Well, that's why you should use national numbers. Figure out what the average income for men is in your state. Because I know Chris has mentioned the fact that he is living in California. You making 35,000 specifically in LA, that's not it. You're broke. But the scary thing is that the average income in the state of California is about the same as in a lot of other states. The difference is that it depends on where you're living at. And most people don't live in major urban cities. That's why the incomes are a lot lower when you go statewide, because most people just aren't in those big areas. But this again points to if she's living in, see, she didn't say what city, but if her income level, I would say she's living in a big city, which if the average income, so I'm Atlanta, right? The average income in the city of Atlanta is 55,000, but the average income for men in the state of Georgia is 37,000. So that's why because the reason why it's like that is because if you're making 55,000 a year in the city of Atlanta, you live the exact same lifestyle as somebody making 37 in a smaller city or town. So that's why you got to be careful about that. Well, that's why it does good to research. Yeah, okay. See, there you go, Shreveport. But that's why it's good to do research on your own and figure this stuff out. Don't just take my word for it. That's why I say look up the income numbers for your state. Right? But let's keep going. Okay, we could tell when she was sitting down that she's actually in shape. So
Okay, you look like you're in great shape.
I try to work out a little bit.
Okay. This is Miranda, Louisiana, 33. What's the age range you would date?
30 to 40.
30 to 40. What was your last relationship, honey?
5 years ago.
Ho,
5 years ago. You've been single for 5 years.
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask.
5 years ago, and she's got a 6-year-old child.
When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm gonna decline to answer.
All right, finally, so
What
one
are
of
the
the
flaws you think you
one of
have
them
to work
wised
on?
up.
So communication, I do tend to sometimes shut down if the conversation is not going. I won't say where I want it to go, but if I feel like it's just getting too heated, I do tend to shut down. Um, Holding grudges. And a lot of people say that I just like I guess I have RBF, like I look mean. I don't look very inviting. I am a very nice person, but I don't know really just how to look more inviting. Like I'm an introvert, so I don't know if it has anything to do with it. But I'm not mean. I'm very nice.
All right. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Well, because I love hard. I'm a great mom. I'm not about drama, not about none of that toxic stuff. Um, I love taking care of home. So I just think overall, like I have a great career. I'm a good woman. So I think he'd be lucky to have me.
He would be lucky to have her. This is Miranda, Louisiana, 33, Gemini, nurse, and has a 6-year-old daughter. Okay, boo, how can the guy reach out to you?
On Facebook, it's my name, Miranda Blackman.
Okay, so we're gonna. This is I guys. I'm just gonna cut to the chase because we have a multitude of things here. She's in shape. I would say that she is cooperative. On Yeah, Chris, she does have a kid, a 6-year-old. I would say she's cooperative because she's willing to work with a man who has kids, even if he has more kids than her. I think she said like 2 or 3 was the max. So I would say she's cooperative on that front. Is she feminine? Yeah, she came on the show presentable, right? The top that she's wearing, yeah, you can see she's got a little bit of her chest exposed, but I would say that it's still done tastefully, and like I said, she's presentable. She presents herself as a woman. Friendly? No, no, she's not. And she even said that in one of her flaws is that other people don't see her as friendly. She still says she is nice, but if this is about how your outward appearance is, how the other men are going to perceive you. So, and friendly, we already said she's cooperative. Is she submissive? We don't know that. There are no questions that were really designed to get more information about that. You could say that when she talked about how conversations go with her when it's not going her way, she just shuts down. That could be considered submissive. If you're with a guy and you guys are having a disagreement, she's just going to shut down and just to end the argument. But that could go either way. So I'm going to say it's not known. And she does have a kid, but I think you got at least 3 qualities here: fit, cooperative, and feminine. So this was a quick and easy one. There's not much to break down here. Chris says she's pleasant. I would like more information on the child's father. I agree. We didn't like I said, there wasn't really a lot to go with here. This went rather quickly, but it's probably for the best.